When I was born, my parents thought I was a boy. I wasn't, but I knew I wasn't a girl either. For my entire life, although the people around me expected me to be a boy, I was considered defective. It was fairly common for my father to tell me that I looked like a girl. For a long time, I thought if I was just obedient enough to my parents and to God, and I prayed hard enough, God would make me a boy. But like Pinocchio, I didn't feel real. Ordinarily, XY results in male, XX results in female. What I have is some of my cells have XY and some of my cells have just one X. When you have that, you can turn out anywhere between normal male and female with something called Turner syndrome. It resulted in both of my gonads being a mixture of streak ovary and testis, and that resulted in their failure. So I didn't have a normal male puberty. I didn't get facial hair and things that men get. So I couldn't do the things that boys did.
Intersex is a broad term used to cover a number of anatomical differences where persons' bodies aren't clearly male or female or have characteristics of male and female in the same body. And evangelicals are pretty afraid of some of these topics. So I realized that this was work that needed to be done, that no Christians were talking about this.
When I went to the doctor, he didn't make any attempt to diagnose. He just said, okay, you haven't developed sexually. You don't have body hair. Your genitals aren't what one would expect from a 22-year-old male. And your primary problem is your overall health is poor because of depression and because of lack of hormones. And so I had to decide to go on testosterone, take anabolic steroids and an exercise program to try to gain weight, or go on estrogen, which would help me gain weight. So I chose estrogen instead, and the doctors were good with that. One day I left working as a boy and got on an airplane and went to have surgery and returned to work as a girl at a different company in a different state. Eventually, I went back to church, and after several years, I shared with some friends who were close to me my story, and they said that I had just ruined my witness or my testimony, and they didn't want to talk to me any longer. And although he was a friend, the pastor recommended that I remain silent. And historically, intersex has been not only silenced, but erased.
When babies are born, we have 2 boxes, not 3. And so we're trying to always figure out which of these 2 boxes should we put this person into. And in our churches, we assume there's only men and women, even though our Bibles testify to other people in the world. And so one of the things we need to do is re-educate ourselves as a community about the diversity of human persons so that we're not marginalizing people in the way we talk, and as well as in the way we live. Approximately 1 in every 2,500 births is a child born intersex. That's rare, but it's not that rare. And yet, this community has been hidden and silenced into secrecy. So there's actually a lot of work that we need to do.